All right, college football and stuff here. It is week 9 of the college football season. I will be going over all of the group of 5 and independents in this video. All right, jumping right into the games. Of course, there's a bunch of them. Starting off Thursday night, we have South Alabama at Georgia Southern, 7:30 on ESPN. This is a tough game for me to pick because I like South Alabama. They've done well for me in a bunch of picks so far this year. It's at Georgia Southern. The spread is only 5 points. Georgia Southern, a 5-point favorite. I am going to take Georgia Southern, possibly against my better judgment here. I'm very, very tempted to take South plus those 5. I think Georgia Southern is the better team. I can see them only winning by a field goal here and not covering, but I'm going to take them to cover and I guess sort of hope they win by a touchdown there. Then we have Colorado State at Fresno State, 10 o'clock on the CBS Sports Network, a late game. Colorado State, a 1.5-point favorite. Fresno State got blown away by Hawaii last week. I think Colorado State is, I don't think they're as good as Hawaii probably, but I think they're in a similar high-power offense. I think they're going to be able to put up points on people. Give me Colorado State minus those 1.5. Okay, moving on to Friday. East Carolina at Tulsa, 9 o'clock on ESPN2. Tulsa, a 17.5-point favorite. I'm going to take Tulsa to cover that. East Carolina has not played well. I've liked Tulsa. Give me Tulsa minus those 17.5. Hawaii at Wyoming, 9:45 on Fox Sports 1, also on Friday night. Hawaii, a 1.5-point favorite. Interestingly, Wyoming is a heavy favorite according to the ESPN FPI, which I'm a little bit surprised about. I don't know. So they lost their game last week. I think that's why the spread is in Hawaii's favor. I don't trust Wyoming, though. I like Hawaii. I think they've got a good offense. I think this game could be a shootout. It's only a 1.5-point spread, though. Give me Hawaii minus those 1.5. I think Hawaii wins this, and with the spread that small, I'm going to pick either way whoever I think is going to win, because I think whoever wins, I don't think that 1.5 points is going to matter. Moving on to Saturday, Memphis at Cincinnati, 12 o'clock on ESPN. Cincinnati got that nice win against SMU, really blew that game away. And Cincinnati still only a 7-point favorite, and I think SMU is better than Memphis, so I really think this spread should be more. I'm going to stick with my Cincinnati picks here. Give me Cincinnati minus those 7 points. Easy, I feel like. I think I wouldn't bet it if the spread was higher, but I would probably take Cincinnati minus 14 in this game. Coastal Carolina at Georgia State, 12 o'clock on ESPNU. Coastal Carolina, another team that has done well for me. They are a 2.5-point favorite. Georgia State is a pretty good team. They have played a bunch of teams really close, similar to Georgia Southern. I like Coastal Carolina, though. It's under a field goal. Give me Coastal Carolina minus those 2.5 points. I think Coastal Carolina wins. I could see them only winning by a field goal, but that would cover here. UTSA at Florida Atlantic, 12 o'clock. Did not see a TV channel for this. UTSA got a nice win last week. Super happy for them. I haven't really liked how FAU's been playing. I think FAU gets the win here. The spread is small. If this was closer to a touchdown, I would feel a lot better about my pick because I'm taking UTSA plus the points. I would really like that to be more of like +7, +7.5 rather than +4.5, but UTSA has done well for me. Give me UTSA plus those 4.5. Temple at Tulane, 12 o'clock on ESPN+. Tulane, a 4-point favorite. Have not been impressed with Temple. Really like Tulane. Give me Tulane minus those 4 points. UCF at Houston, 2 o'clock, also on ESPN+. UCF only a 2.5-point favorite. And I know Houston has been a good team. They played some good games, but I still think UCF is just a little bit better, and only 2.5 points. I have to take UCF to cover there. I'm taking UCF minus those 2.5. I think this is going to be a good game. I think UCF is just a little bit better, and I don't think these are the kind of teams that you're going to see a win by less than a field goal. So yeah, give me UCF minus those 2.5. Rice at Southern Miss, 3 o'clock on ESPN3. Southern Miss a 1.5-point favorite. I have liked the direction Southern Miss has been going in. I think they're playing better and better since that loss to South in the first week. Give me Southern Miss minus those 1.5. I think they get a win here. 1.5 points is nothing to cover. Yeah, Southern Miss minus the 1.5. Troy at Arkansas State, 3 o'clock, also on ESPN3. Arkansas State, a 2.5-point favorite. It's at home for them. I think Troy is a good team, but Arkansas State has played well. Again, they're a team that has done well. They've got some good wins for me. It's only 2.5 points. Give me Arkansas State minus those 2.5. UAB at Louisiana Tech, 3:30. Also did not see TV for this one. I'm assuming you can watch it online. UAB, an 11.5-point favorite. I don't think La Tech is a terrible team, but I like UAB. Give me UAB minus those 11.5. App State at Louisiana Monroe, 4 o'clock, ESPNU. App State a 31.5-point favorite here. And, man, this was a tough one for me. App State is a good team. They blew away Arkansas State the other week when I picked Arkansas State to keep it close. ULM has played a bunch of people close, though. 31.5 is a bunch of points against a team that I don't think is terrible. I'm going to take App State, though. I think they're a good team. I was really close to taking ULM plus the points here. I would hear out an argument either way in this game. I'm going to go with App State. I may regret it. We'll see. But yeah, App State minus the 31.5. Boise State at Air Force, 6 o'clock, CBS Sports Network. Boise State, a 13.5-point favorite. I hate picking against an academy. I think Boise State is a pretty good team, though. It's under 2 touchdowns. I'm going to take Boise State minus those 13.5. If it was just over 14, I would probably take Air Force plus the points, but give me Boise State minus those 13.5. New Mexico at San Jose State, 7 o'clock, Fox Sports 1. San Jose, a 13.5-point favorite. Don't think San Jose State is going to be an amazing team, but don't trust New Mexico at all. give me San Jose minus the 13.5 there. Navy at SMU, 7:30 on ESPN2. Another 13.5 point favorite in SMU here. Again, don't like picking against the academy schools, but I'm going to do it again. It's just under 2 touchdowns. I think SMU is a bad matchup for Navy. Navy has not done well against teams with good passing offenses. I think SMU has that. I think SMU wins by 2 touchdowns about, so give me SMU minus the 13.5. Louisiana Lafayette at Texas State, 8 o'clock on ESPNU. Louisiana Lafayette, a 16.5 point favorite. Texas State has played some good close games. I like Texas State. I want them to do well. They played that really close game against SMU to open up the season. I'm going to go with Louisiana Lafayette in this game, though. I think they're the better team. This is a weird point spread. Would really like it probably minus 3 points there, as in like a 13.5 point spread rather than a 16.5. But I can see Louisiana Lafayette winning by 2 touchdowns at a field goal. 17 points would make sense to me. Give me Louisiana Lafayette minus the 16.5. San Diego State at Utah State, 9:30 on the CBS Sports Network. SDSU a 7.5 point favorite. Just over a touchdown worries me. I think SDSU is the better team, though. Not sold on Utah State. Give me SDSU to cover. Again, would really like that just under a touchdown instead of just over, but I'm going with SDSU minus those 7.5. Western Kentucky at BYU at 10:15 on ESPN. Western Kentucky, okay, not great. The Hilltoppers have played some good games, but really they haven't been quite as good as I thought they were going to be this season. BYU has played really well at home, especially in these late night games. Have, I think, covered every single time they've played one of these late games at home. 28.5 is a lot of points, but give me BYU minus the 28.5. I think they keep that streak going. Nevada at UNLV, 10:30 on Fox Sports 1. Now, Nevada put up, I think it was 420 passing yards last week. Really surprised by that. UNLV, not a great team. Nevada, a 13.5 point favorite. We'll see, this is somewhat of a rivalry game. I think both these teams play well. We'll see if those points, if those passing yards from Nevada last week were a fluke or not. I'm going to hope that they aren't and take Nevada minus the 13.5. Late night game, 10:30 on Fox Sports. Yeah, I'm going with Nevada minus those 13.5. All right, that is it for the Group of 5 and Independents that are playing this week. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to keep seeing these. I pick every FBS game against the spread every week, and I'm going to keep doing it. So subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.